This is the drop off. Right. So like, what do you do? Set up, right? I was thinking about doing something that's very um not too complex. I mean, I felt like it was kind of sinister. I mean, scared to do this. Don't know how I would approach this. Um, but thinking about it is nerve wracking. What do you say? God damn. Honestly, just thinking about it has me so stressed. Mm, okay, get into gear. Get it into gear. Get it into gear. Okay, so like I've been having these like weird like dreams. Uh, a long time ago, I remember it was a couple months back. I had a dream of like this. I was walking to my parents' house, and I was going into my old room, and it was completely cleared out, like completely decked out, and it's just like it had this red hue to it. It had these candles lit, and it was this like old black man with a bald head just sitting there, so creative. Boy, so, hey yo, chill out, nigga. Hey, chill out, chill out. Oh man, but like this old black man with he had these tattoos like on his back, and like he had a long white beard, and he was just standing there like crisscross, like waiting there for me. And I'm just like, I don't know about this, brother. Like I looked around before I was like, man, I don't know about this here. Um, I walked into the room and I sit down, and he like makes me turn around, and he's like he lifts my shirt up, and he starts to like put like I don't know some type of tattoo like with sigils up on my back, like, and I could feel like the the pattern that he was making. I'm just like, yo, what is he doing back there, bro? Like that's it's like, wow, like, and he's telling me like some people have demons, like some deeper or darker than others, and there's different ways to protect or or handle said demons. This is one of those, and he started to um like enchant the fucking tattoos or something, and I was getting ready to take some DMT, and I'm just getting nervous because I grabbed the pipe in my hand, and I'm just like, okay, getting ready to take it. I'm getting ready to take it. And right before I'm even lighting the flame, I wake up and I'm just thinking to myself like, I'm never gonna take it. I'm never gonna take it. I'm never gonna take it. And then I just, even now, bro, I can't even. Like I tried it last week. I tried it last week. I It's like I'm not sure if I want to really how deep I went last week. I'm not sure if I really want to go any further. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh wow, that was something different. It was just something completely out of this world, and I just couldn't like. The closest thing I could explain that my last DMT experience to would be the first time I saw Kalima and she had that like that vacuum suction sound with her and everything was going dark. That's how it was. It was like everything was elongating and fast forwarding at the same time. It was like I was coming away from it and getting close to it and at the same time. And I just couldn't like it was insane. I couldn't grip my head around the fact that like I couldn't put the pipe to my mouth. Like I was staring at the pipe and it felt like it was a mile away. And as I was pulling the pipe to my mouth, I was like something in me was like pulling back. I was like, man, put the pipe to your mouth. Like, oh man, it's so hard to do this. And I take a second hit. Oh my god. And it was like everything was it was like a low key blacked out for a second. And everything just went dark. And uh, I snapped back, and it was just pulsating energy just everywhere. Like, everything was just like pulsating, like these like after images. Without like they weren't even like things that weren't even moving were just pulsating things from itself. Like everything in the room, like every cup, every book, every the TV itself, like me myself, the glass in my hand. It was just everything. So I was like, yo, I was scared to take the third hit, uh, so I didn't. I chickened out. I couldn't do it, and I'm like, I need someone else. I need someone here to help me. I said this 1,000 times. I need someone here to help me, like, really take this shit. Because it seems almost impossible, especially once I get a good take in. Um, and my dreams just been so insistent on diving back into the psychedelic space. And I just like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. Like ego, my ego saying I don't really want to do that kind of sort of stuff. Like I don't know, man. Not really. And the other side of me is like, put that shit on, man. Put that shit on, man. But whatever. I wanted to actually do it, try to do it live, and see what would happen. But mm, I didn't know that would be a good idea or not. I mean, especially like I have a little bit left, and I don't want to chicken out on this one. I have to like get like everything I got. So fuck. Just wanna do it, bro. Tick, tick, toe, toe. Where is man, I remember somewhere around here. They do a green screen. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Since when is that a thing? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's dope. I could have into this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh man. This how you know I don't go on YouTube like that. But that's kind of cool. I can do that. Right there. Right there. but yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, what you mean, bro? Hey, yo. That game right there. Hold on. Gang. Hold on. Gang. Hold on. Gang, where you at? Gang. That's gang right there. I bought that nigga right there. You see that one? I bought him. I bought that one. What I'm saying, bro. Yeah, this is Shiva's mandala. Shout out to Shiva. But like, yeah, man. It's crazy how yeah, these green screens could be diabolical. Oh my god. What could I do for a good green screen? That's a question. What's this? Oh yeah. Maybe like a talk show host. Um really trying to that's bad. That's better. But yeah, I just trying to get into the DMT experience seems to be like it, the greatest challenge for me, and I feel like I've purposely set this wall up for myself. I mean, like, geez, I don't think I have the gall to really like do the DMT per se uh, by myself. Um, but I do feel like it helps having like some type of like assistant or like a friend there. I mean, like I just I never needed a handout on any type of psychedelic. LSD, magic mushrooms, taking it like a champ. You know what I'm saying? 5 grams by myself. You know what I'm saying? 300 UG, 600 UG of LSD, Probably more than that. I don't know. Like by myself. I mean, recklessly. Just like just doing my own thing, having the experiences of like God being God and going deep into arguing with entities, like straight up, like gambling with my own fucking life. Like, yo, like, no, this is not how this is going down. Like you pulling the cars, you pulling the strings to my life here, and you think I'm not gonna have a say in it, having like philosophical debates with like gods and so on and so forth. I'm just like, why is it that the DMT is the only thing that I'm coming to like, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it. All my dreams, it's like I have purposely suppressed so much uh of my like conscious personality, of my ego self, uh into the unconscious. Like I've so much of who I used to be is just like no longer there. And I'm just kind of like, that was the kind of lost, because I feel like that one thing was kind of like a driving force behind like, uh I mean, a lots of the beginning of my investigation into the psyche to begin with, like the fact that one can have visions of the future, or like have entities literally tell you the future, and you can see right there in reality that, yo, what this entity told me a week ago, 2 months ago, is coming true to your face. It's right there in bold. I'm just like jaw struck. The vision that you saw, you on the trip, is coming in your face. I'm just like, how is that possible? I mean, like, granted, we've had dreams and like experiences before where it's like, you, okay, I've had this dream before. I had a dream. I had dreamt this before. This seems familiar. Deja vu. Deja vu. I had a dream about this last week, so on and so forth. But with the psychedelic experience, it's more than just like a vague, like, I had a dream about this, or like there was clearly like I'm waiting for something to happen. It's there. It's like once you get into that experience, once you once you see the unfoldings of the prophecies, I guess you can say, it's almost as if you're back in the experience itself. And you're it's like you're having uh some type of spiritual experience, or like ego death, because it's just like all parts of your reality wants to like say, okay, that was just a trip, or that's just part of the mind, or that's not really how it's going to happen, because possibilities are endless and yada yada yada. And then when it happens, it makes you question your own reality. It's like a humbling experience. Like, damn, I was thinking that it could be something else. Suppression, self locking away the presence, the cave. Jokes. Really all parts? Is it really all parts? The cave, the dragon is a part of me. I'm over here looking at the dragon like, why can't we be? Why can't we be? I remember having a dream where I was seeing everyone. I've been having dreams, like the constant recurring dream actually, about being in a pool, and like everyone being on one side of the pool having fun and like splashing in the water. And I'm over here on the other side of the pool, on the deep end of the pool. I'm just like looking in the deep waters of the pool. And I'm just like, come on, like, what's up in here? And I'm trying to go into the deep. I'm trying to dive down deep in there. And like in other dreams, as I'm diving down deep, it gets darker and darker, and I feel like I start to lose myself. Some dreams I become like a serpentine like creature. So it's just like crazy. It's crazy how um my dreams are just telling me that like I am like in other ways it's this the unconscious is telling me I am the dragon. Like I am my own worst enemy. I am the problem. Or, you know, other ways of saying other things like I I wanna say that it's inviting me to do become to fully indulge into like fall into the unconscious and pull out something to thoroughly investigate it. You know, because as I'm going down into the unconscious, it's not really uh, it's a scary feeling because it's like it's the unknown. It's like you're not sure what you're going into when you're going deep into these waters. But then at the same time, it's exhilarating, almost like ecstasy. Uh, so it's a conundrum. But I always come up in my dreams. I never get down deep. Same way here. Same way lately with psychedelics. My last mushroom trip was with some mushroom tea, and I didn't have a breakthrough. I got on the cusp of a breakthrough. I could feel the thin layer of my ego be like I was just pushing against it, like almost like it was like sheet paper. And I'm like, why is my reality so thin? It's like at any moment I can just crumble up my reality like like paper and just fold it away. Like like all of this could just disappear. I don't know. It just felt so loose. I was like so close on the cusp of a major ego death, and I just let it go. Like I didn't chase it. Like I feel like I could have just reached it if I was to have done something different. But instead, I just sat there and I just watched it like in bewilderment of like what is this? Because I never had an experience like that before. Like it was such a completely different type of like I don't know, revealing the sheet, I guess, revealing the veil in that mushroom experience with the tea that I couldn't really taken by bewilderment, I guess you can say. The circle plasma, you seen those on the MT. The circle plasma being, yeah. I haven't seen that. Um, the only thing that I have touched on with DMT has been really I feel like I was inside of a snake. Uh, it's always like I've been seeing these like uh, wiggly like lines that seems like something thick and serpentine constantly every single time I try to take DMT. But other than that, no, no, I haven't really gone that far. I just need debating on taking some, but I'm not sure if I should. I would much rather have a handful of mushrooms and slowly go into it. My icon is a representation of the terrible mother, uh, a mixture between the terrible mother and the good mother. It's supposed to be kind of more symbolic of my experience with Kali Ma. You know, it's supposed to sum up my relationship and union, I guess you can say, with Kali Ma. But because like that I, Kalima is like my inner feminine image or deity, I guess you can say in many ways. Or my inner feminine has taken that image in multitudes of ways and in different times. But I'm curious though, of what is really up in the DMT experience as a whole and what I can go what I can do. Uh there's one thing I never had on a psychedelic is being teleported into a different realm. I've been shown images, I've been told secrets, I've seen full body entities come to me, talk to me. They're in my reality, but no one's ever taken me to theirs, like other people talk about. Like how Terrence McKenna talks about the lizard serpentine people with the culture and the history and the divine and like the amazing art and like architecture and all that types of stuff. I'm just like, about the mandalas, or my icon. Yeah, it's a mandala. It is it's really a representation of like the the self or whatever image of said personality. Um, but other than that, mm, the it, it just cut out on me. I don't know why I did that. Did you did you mean the mandalas or uh, so like did you mean these orbs? I mean I just see them. I never seen like mandalas personally in like my trips. I've seen geometrical butterflies and things of that nature. I've seen like entities like I seen an entity that was like a it was like a geometrical light entity with like multiple eyes. It was circular and it had like it was like in my phone and it was talking to me through like some video. Like the video was saying one thing really, but like I was hearing something else coming from my words coming from the video, and it was like I could rewind the video, and it's like I'm rewinding the message. It was just like fucking trippy. Like what the fuck? And it's telling me all this esoteric shit. And it's telling me like you know how things are in like reality, the hierarchy, um, about like what the soul is and what it is, and like what happens when like the ego does this and this and that, because the ego is like technically like what we would call the ego, the sense of self, is like the sun or like the piece of the seed coming from the sense of the self or coming from the self in the unconscious union. You know what I'm saying? Because truly what happens is like the I and the unconscious, they come together and the I, or sense of awareness, formulates ego, or a sense of self, um, that is kind of like an avatar the for the unconscious and for the self to play through, in a way, like a representation of both things in one sitting. You know what I'm saying? Having both light and dark, masculine and feminine qualities within itself, so on and so forth. That's what the ego is. And when like one was to, like, say, go with the flow or allow the experience to happen or fight against it, that's the same way as saying, um, allowing God to come into your life, or allowing or fighting against and rejecting, you know what I'm saying, what is. You know what I'm saying? And rejecting what is ultimately like rejecting God. You know what I'm saying? Rejecting reality, rejecting truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like rejecting God and rejecting the self. And that always leads to ignorance, stagnation, and other things, lower frequency vibrations or demons or whatever you want to call it. That's why in those experiences, whenever people are like can't handle their shit, that's because usually they're rejecting the experience as a whole. They can't just like accept what's in their face, so they're tripping the fuck out. Um, and that's sad to say. It really is sad to say that some people just aren't gonna make it. You know, so I mean, I didn't mean to say that like that, but like, sad to say, some folks just ain't gonna make it, Governor. But it's not for everybody. You know, some people aren't ready to die, like most. So, with that being said, you know, the psychedelic experience is different. It's strange. I feel the message more than I see it. I see the message more. I see it. I see it. Patterns. So DMT told me we're light and vibration, and we are use tones kind of like Dragon Ball Z tones, and we can tuning fork to clean bodies. See, that sounds like something similar to the trip I had with, like, where I was just talking about with the whole accepting the whole self thing, because I was like, I'm talking to the entity with the four eyes and in the phone and whatnot, because in that trip I remember doing some, like, I'd never done this before because I didn't believe in chakras, nothing, but I did some meditation immediately, instinctively did meditation, like fast breathing, like in and out, intense breathing. And as I was doing that, I had, like, everything went white. I saw a purple geometrical butterfly, and four beings broke up out of myself. Like, it's like when I saw the butterfly or the moth or whatever, it was like I understood. I knew exactly everything that I needed to know about myself, the self. I just knew. I just knew. And I broke myself up into four beings so I can have, like, counsel, I guess you can say, with these four entities of myself, personalities of myself. And the main personality, he specifically said something about uh tuning in to, like my frequency, or like the human, like, he was saying something like our brains are like antennas that tune in to different frequency or stations, and we are just one of those beings that you can tune into your station. We're like FM radio, we can tune in to you guys, like you guys tune in to FM radio, and you guys can tune to us, like, same way, same forth, because we're connected in that type of way. And I'm just like, and I'm talking to this thing. It's saying, it's like kind of like bashing down on, like, humans, because he's saying, like, oh, it's so boring down here. It's like it's never anything to do down here in this human sphere, or whatnot. And that was like very like peculiar to me. And like he was just very nihilistic, but he was like the head honcho of like my being. Like he was kind of like the forefront runner of my ego. Uh, and there's the other three entities. They're doing their thing. Um, One talks to me through emotion and sensation and vibrations. The other one is just silent, and the third one is like it's Christ. It claims to be Christ, or the self, or like my representative, my ambassador. Like like as I'm talking to these other entities of myself, the other parts of myself, the head honcho I call him Kronos, the other one I call him Prometheus, and the one that talks through vibrations and sensations, I was like Aphrodite, and like whoever she like will fuse together with me, and we would become like one being, and it would be like we'd be like Eros, and uh, it's just I'm having counts with these guys, and I'm talking to Christ, and I'm like, hey God, like listen, I'm not liking the thing that I was the hand I was dealt here. Can we like invest in another skill here? Can we like another talent? Like, can I get another bone? Like, yes. Jesus, like, or Christ is like, the stuff is like, I don't know, man. Maybe, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. Please, like, come on. You know, Christ goes back, talks to him, comes immediately comes right back. He's like, listen, I talked to him. They're not going with it. They're not going for it. Look, I'm sorry. Like, you got the hand that you was dealt. You know, you got your candle. Keep it lit. Keep it pushing, and do what you gotta do. And it was such a bummer, bro, because I was like, I felt like I was bargaining with God. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold on, man, hold on. I can put something on the table here. uh, Man, I appreciate you though, bro. I just, uh, it's just so different, you know. Uh, I feel like it's way better doing psychedelics that takes longer periods of time rather than I don't know. Here comes me coming off like that when I'm scared to do DMT, but like I feel like I can do more magic and like do more things like creatively there in like a LSD space or a magic mushroom space within like 3 hours of the max trip. So I don't know. But I say this, so the the past experiences I've had have been uh, nothing less than just like if you didn't, I don't know, man. Like I went in an atheist. I left out a hippie. I don't know what happened. I like I'm using language and lingo that I would have never. I'm doing practices and things I would have never dreamt of doing, and I'm just like, how has this thing changed me so much? And it was doing such a good job at changing me that I had to start to suppress it. And now I'm at a point where I'm just like, damn, I can't do DMT now. I'm too chicken shit. Too chicken shit to do DMT. And that's the thing. That shit come fast. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, if I get a good hit to, like, if I was to stop talking right now, grab this pipe, and just take a good, nice toke, and I was just like, okay, now just like these four entities or two entities in my room, they're just like, okay, talking to me. They're like, another one, another one, another one, another one. Oh, I guess I take another hit. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not really. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. If you smoke it, 10 minutes. And my mushrooms are usually like 6 hour trips. But like, I just don't have like, I really prefer my 12 hour trips off of LSD. You know what I'm saying? There's people say they can't really handle that, but for me, I feel like Lucy is my drug. Like, I'm already halfway crazy, so it's like I'm not really there. Let's go, let's do this thing. You know? But DMT, what makes DMT so scary is just like how strong it is. It's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but Jesus Christ. You know? Like, what? Sally, like, calm down. God. Oh, taking you for a ride. Oh my God. Like, if I was to sit down and take a hit of DMT right now, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I'll be confuzzled. But it's tempting. It's tempting. Do you mean breakthrough emotion? Shapes. More like, cause like when I consider a breakthrough is I can feel myself die, and whenever I die, I can feel myself die, my sense of self die, my ego lose my whatever, and things become lighter, like I'm being uplifted after my ego dies. That's what I call a breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? Because then after that point, I know for a fact magic can be done. I could feel magic working in that process when that happens. So like, that's when the experience really starts for me. When entity starts to come out, or like when my consciousness would speak to me. Like that was my first mushroom breakthrough. I was sitting there in my room, and randomly, uh, my boy Theo, Blue Flame, he had he was playing some Pink Floyd music. I think it was "Have a Cigar" by Pink Floyd, and as it was playing, uh, I covered my eyes and I saw this little flame, and it was like circling around, and it was like this little flame was like kind of like a bluish flame, like kind of like one of those blue lights. When you close your eyes, you see blue lights, whatnot. That's how it started off, and then it just started to get thicker, like the image was getting thicker and more vivid, and it was circling around. Then the flames went from blue to red, and then it was like really a flame, and then it just stopped at the center of my vision, and it popped out into a sun, and right there in the center of the sun was an eye, and then coming from the eye was this rainbow pole extending from the base of the sun. And I looked and I could see into the different layers, like, because it was layered out rainbow, like pastel. It had the neon. It had the primaries. It had all different types of colors going down the pole. And I was looking inside one of the layers of the colors, and I could see these different types of characters, like Red Riding Hood, and motherfucking Peter Pan, and and fucking Kali Ma, and different types of entities, and different, like, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And I opened my eyes, and I was like, what? Because it was so vivid. It was just so in your face. It was like, yo, what the fuck was that, brother? What was that? And that just, bruh. With DMT, you can only do one hit. Just stay in this. What do you mean, Sally? Like, calm down, Sally. Miss DMT, like Miss DMT, Sally, like she just, God damn, it's taking you for a ride. She just taking you for a ride. It's too strong. It's too strong. But I mean, it's more like different experiences up for like the magic mushrooms. I mean, like for every, I've classified two different types of trips, wild tripping. That is the feminine experience and the masculine experience. I just call it that to easier label it, and because of the nature of the experience itself. The masculine experience is when you have like a peak trip or like a spiritual experience, but your ego does not die. And when that happens, I just call that like a call that masculine experience. But the feminine experience is where the ego immediately like that thing sucked up, is dead, and you're being reborn. That's the feminine experience. And that's the one that you can't escape. You know what I'm saying? But the other one's like a building up of the ego, while the other one is like the demolishing and recreating of one. And uh personally, you know, uh having a breakthrough and having the masculine experience is more like it's like you in a way you feel more like God. And if you're not like already, I imagine if you was to get into this state, if you were like kind of psychotic or kind of like have a strong God complex, this would probably fuel that times 1,000. But the feminine experience is really the most common one people have or seem to report about or talk about. They don't really talk about the experiences where their ego just feels uplifted and they just feel powerful and almighty. And it doesn't seem like they died, but it's more like they've been uplifted in the experience. Not many people talk about that part or that experience in itself. Because not every psychedelic experience is that, oh, you're dying. I'm about to die type experience. So, um, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would like to have uh, a good trip where I'm just on an adventure. That's really what I want. I want to go on an adventure. I want to be a knight. I want to have like one little elfin girl here. I have my slime monster my motherfucking shoulder. All right, we're gonna have our rock buddy in the back. We'll have my flame Mr. Fantastic dude, like flame on guy, pyromancer dude, like high five brother. All right, we all gonna be up in this bitch like, yo, I got my white mage, got my sword, got my pyromancer. Let's go. Monsters on deck. Let's go on an adventure off the DMT, off the psychedelics. That's what I want. And I got close to that on one mushroom trip, but I backed out. I got scared. The entities were waiting for me. They were upset with me because I didn't come with them. And I was like, no, I can't. Like you guys were like, y'all doing too much. Like, you guys are doing too much, man. Like, I gotta go. Gots to go. But, man, I need to get a grip. Let's do this thing. Let's see. I really want to do some magic. To hold the Kamehameha in my hand again will be amazing. Truancy, truancy. That's crazy. This Breath of the Dragon you talk about, what exactly is Skyrim Adventure? My comments must be like super delayed. I'm drinking milk. I'm addicted. I love milk. Mm. Man, eventually I'm gonna be able to afford a PC and just go ahead and start streaming games. And I was thinking about like I was just playing like some random game like God of War and talk about different trip experiences when not, or just playing the game in general, just because like why not? I do, and my Discord shit is in my channel description. Um, or at least it should be. Like a tuning fork. Interesting. It's not there in this channel. Let me do this. All right. Let me go fix that. I'm gonna go put the link in the description. There. I don't know why it's not there. I guess I'm gonna put it there. Let me fix that right now.